Zone Durham, Julian.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, yes sir.
Takes his time, finishes with the left hand. Julian is so good. He's gotten so much better.
Raised in Raleigh, raised in Durham. People have a debate about that all the time, where I'm really from. But what I say is I'm one of the only, maybe the only person that really can say they certified in both places.
Ooh.
So it depends on where I'm at. I'm a man of the people, that's for sure.
That's it, man of the people, man. Speaking of the people, anybody want to give a shout out to before we get started?
Always, man. First and foremost, God. I mean, he the reason. Always. After that, my beautiful wife, my 3 sons, my mom that sacrificed so much to allow me to be able to chase my dreams for so long. My friends, my family, people that supported me for all of these years. In all of the countries that I've lived in my 10-year career thus far.
You did some travel.
Yeah, I don't take it for granted, man. It's a blessing for sure.
Beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Let us know about your background and who inspired you growing up.
My background, I moved around a lot. Coming up, I was going to a different school pretty much every year up until I was in the 10th grade. So I was born in Raleigh. I lived in Raleigh for a while. Moved to Richmond. I lived there for a little bit, and then after that, I was like in Charlotte. I was in Chapel Hill. I came back to Durham. I moved back to Raleigh. So that was more so for my mom and her job at the time.
Okay.
Doing her best to provide for us.
Yeah.
But I really finally settled in high school when I was in Durham.
Wow.
Went to Southern Durham High School.
Probably in the 8th grade.
Yeah. So
we was in Fayetteville at the time.
Okay.
We was out there doing our thing. We played teams like Hillside.
Right.
That
was our rival.
I know you heard of Westover High School.
Yeah. I know Westover.
Yeah. We did our thing out there.
Yeah. So and then I just one time I drove down to Miami with a group of my closest friends from up here, and I played in the AAU tournament, and that 48 hours changed my life. I went from having a couple of mid-major offers to 20 high major D1 offers.
That's tough.
I mean, my phone was ringing off the hook, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I mean, everybody from NC State, Carolina, St. John's, Kentucky, Florida, Tennessee. It was a lot. Yeah. But that's kind of when I came into my own. I was a late bloomer on the court, but at that point, I mean, I chose Miami. I mean, why not? A beautiful city, ACC, another ACC school. I'm an ACC guy. I mean, I was a Carolina fan growing up. Yeah. So
you wanted to go against Carolina.
I wanted to go there, but at the time they were kind of waiting to see how I would develop as a senior to see if I would really fit into their roster, and I kind of wanted to just be done with the recruiting, so I ended up committing and signing early to go to Miami.
Yeah, that's very good.
So,
very good.
And I also at that age really kind of wanted to get away from home to grow and find out who I was going to be as a young man.
Yeah, a lot of people want to stay in their hometown. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, that comes with a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
At the same time, being able to explore, who I am and who I want to be, and chase my dreams in a place far away from home, take me outside of my comfort zone, I think is something that really helped me grow.
That's it, man. And tell us, man, did this game choose you?
The game definitely chose me.
Okay.
I mean, being from North Carolina, it's a hoop state for sure.
That's right.
But growing up, I played every sport. I played baseball, I played football, I played basketball, I ran track.
Yeah.
So I was just staying active as much as I could, and I think basketball just lit my passion the most.
Would you say that basketball really led you just on the right path, just growing up in Durham too and Raleigh?
Absolutely.
The streets was hot back
Yeah.
then.
I mean,
social media.
At the time where the basketball really became serious, I was living in Durham, east side of Durham, place called Hoover Road. So anybody that knows about it, they know what's up.
Yeah.
And that's why I say I'm really certified in both places because I lived in Hoover Road, and then I actually moved and I lived in Bluefield, another hood in Durham. So, but for me, it's just when it comes to being somewhere where people don't quote unquote have a lot when it comes to the financial, I think you really kind of have an opportunity to explore the things that are really most important. Family, community, camaraderie.
That's right.
So I mean, you got the drug dealers and all that, and you got the crime. It's a part of it, but they definitely protected us.
That's how it was growing up.
They definitely protected us.
The athletes that were stars.
Because they look, man, you don't need to be a part of this, and it wasn't even a thing about me really being curious about it because I never honestly really was.
These were OGs, man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Nowadays, the kids run the street.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The teenagers. So it's just it's out of whack.
So, and it's different now because like I got a whole bunch of young boys calling me OG.
Right.
And it's like what I stand for and what I'm about is family. Exactly. You know, putting God first, family, you know, being a great basketball player, but grind for it.
Yeah, I'm more than an athlete.
Absolutely, 100%.
I'm a family man first. I'm a man of God.
Yeah.
And that's before anything else.
Right. I mean, I literally, like, I made a hat, and it's literally like a one-on-one exclusive. And I was thinking about starting a brand. Maybe I need to come back to it. But it was what I called it was 3 words.
Yeah.
And the 3 words for me was husband first, father, and then baller.
Wow.
Because, like, I don't want people to think, and you see me on TV, I was just on ESPN 48 hours ago. Fantastic. But I am not a basketball player first.
That's right.
I'm a husband first.
Right.
And then I'm a father to my children, my 3 boys.
Yeah.
And then I'm a basketball player.
Yep, and that's what happens.
So trust and believe when you see what I do on the basketball court that I'm a better father and a better husband than what you see me play.
That's right.
So
because these guys get it twisted. Like I put my whole identity to being an athlete. Then you got guys like Ben Gordon out there trying to keep people in shape.
Yeah. So
once niggas lose their identity, they forget who they are.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And it's tough to hold on to, man. I mean, the game gives you so much, but it can also, if you let that be your identity, it take it all away. And you get defined by what you do on the basketball court.
Yep.
And the toughest thing is to not let that define you.
Come on,
because
man.
it doesn't.
Come on, one time.
Yeah.
We hit Corey over there like, you like, I told you.
We put some game on Corey today.
I told you sit back, have some drinks, man. This gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Now I did my background check. You pretty much been overseas player all your career.
Yeah.
Was that initially planned after you left Miami?
Everybody dreams of going to the league. Right. I was at Miami for 6 years. Yeah. So I went to college early. I was 17. Played 3 seasons until I I redshirted my first year, and then I played 3 seasons. And then my 5th year, I tore my ACL like 2 days before the season was about to start.
Wow.
So I had to sit out the entire season. And honestly, like I didn't even know if basketball was going to still be for me or not because it's not guaranteed that you're going to get a medical red shirt.
Yeah.
So I was able to get that. And my 6th year was the best year of my career by far. We ascended as high as number 2 in the national rankings.
Wow.
Ran off 15 in a row in the ACC.
Very good.
Won the regular season and the tournament. And then we went to the Sweet 16.
Damn.
So, like, that's my senior year, my last chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, God forbid I get hurt again. It's done. That's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, God doesn't make mistakes when it comes to that. Everything happens for a reason. Had I not got hurt, I wouldn't have been there for that championship.
That's right.
So, I mean, I said, you know, previous to getting married and having children, the tearing my ACL was the best thing that ever happened to me.
How was the recruiting process when you was going through Miami? How was that?
It was crazy. I mean, when it came to the actual commitment of Miami, it wasn't a lot that went into it because I kind of made that decision knowing that I wanted to play in the ACC, but not in North Carolina.
Right.
So I was getting recruited. I actually, like, you get 5 official visits, and I only took 1 to Miami. I mean, pretty much. Like, I went down there and, you know, like, we had a team dinner at the house. I met all of the guys. I met the coach. The coach actually is from North Carolina, Frank Haith. So that made me very comfortable. There was 3 other Carolina guys on the team.
Yeah.
So that made me comfortable as well. And I just felt like at that moment, like, this is the place that I need to be.
You wasn't there with Bishop, was you?
Yeah, I was there when Bishop was there for a little bit. Yeah, so he was, BD was there for, I think, 2 years. He ended up transferring, but this was like right after I left.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was down there as well. Another Carolina guy that came down there.
Yeah. See. That's tough. That's tough. And how has it been playing for the the team beneath her?
B'nai Herzliya. Nah, it was dope. It was dope, man.
Okay,
I mean,
the Israel Basketball Premier League.
Yeah. So, first and foremost, to be in a place like Israel, the Holy Land, is a different experience in its entirety. Being able to go to Jerusalem, to be inside of the old city, to walk where Jesus walked, to see the church where he was crucified, to see the tomb where he was laid. Like, I mean, I'm a faithful guy. I'm a religious guy, but it just hits different where it's like you see these words in this Bible and you believe it. But now it's like There's no believing it. You see it. It's right in front of you.
And you know what, Teach? When a guy like him come through Israel, tall as he is,
right?
Hell,
yeah. So the experience of the country to be in the Dead Sea, like the Dead Sea, where you sit in the water and you float no matter what.
That's dope.
So like those experiences were fantastic. To live that with my family, to take my children there, to be there with my wife was fantastic. The actual basketball part was really cool. This was my 10th season, so like at this point, I pretty much can't go anywhere that I don't already know somebody that's either been there, they are there, or they're going there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anybody will tell you, and my teammates used to joke on me like, man, you know somebody on every team. But I'm constantly networking and talking to guys because like if I can help somebody in some way to be a better version of themselves, I'm doing that. I take pride in that.
And people don't know the basketball world is a small community.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? Once you get into that life, it's like you are aligned with everybody in that life.
Absolutely. So the experience of playing for the team was good, man. I really enjoyed it. We ended up making the playoffs after when I first got there. They weren't in the best of position. We went through a lot of adversity, which comes with every season, and we had some ups and downs. But overall, it was a great experience. I was very happy to meet some of the people there. It's definitely a family organization, and for sure I'll keep in touch with them.
That's it. Now, if you never would have played at Miami, which school would you have went to?
I still gonna try to go to Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't know if I was gonna get minutes because I wasn't a McDonald's All-American.
But you know what? That's it, Julian. That is it. These guys that go to Carolina, they go to Duke just because the big name.
Right.
And they don't end up playing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But guess what? That school's still gonna make money off of you.
Yeah, facts.
Whether you playing or sitting on the bench.
And it's pre-NIL days.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
You might as well go to a smaller school, get your minutes, and just enjoy the experience.
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, like, comparison is the thief of joy. I always say that. So you can't compare your path to the next man and think, man, if I would have had that, I can definitely be better than him.
Because, the guys that got minutes, they end up going to the league, but it doesn't pan out.
Some of them do, some of them don't.
You see what I'm saying?
So, and then other guys that have been to very small schools have had fantastic careers. Exactly. Guys like that, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, guys like that. It's like, now it's more so if
Steph Curry.
If you have the talent, they're gonna find you.
Yeah, pretty much.
You got to stand for the right things and stand on the right things, and you're gonna be all right.
It's about longevity.
Absolutely.
How was it being a guy that was undrafted but still played professional basketball? What does that say about the league, Julian?
Honestly, when I first came out, I knew that I didn't really have like a high chance of getting drafted. I mean, it's always a chance, but I didn't have a lot of NBA workouts or a lot of things like that. But for me, that never stopped my development and pursuit of what I like to call perfection.
Yeah.
Because even when it comes to perfection, like, it's relative to your situation.
Right.
It's relative to your mindset. Right. Everybody has goals that they want to achieve, and as long as you're continuing to pursue those, I think you're in a good place.
Yeah.
So I think everybody that will say that they saw me when I came out of college and up until now, they say you're a completely different player, bro.
That's right.
And I mean, I literally have just been hearing so much about how well and complimentary they were about me on ESPN when I was playing in the game. It's like, but I've just continued to work. I've continued to work, and I try to stand on the right things of just being a hard worker, and again, like the best husband and father I can be.
And stay consistent, man.
Absolutely. I mean, consistency is
the formula.
That's it, bro.
And motherfucking discipline.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
A whole lot of that.
A whole lot of it, okay? What's really the difference between the NBA and playing overseas? What do you think the difference really is?
I don't even think you can compare the two games because overseas, the physicality is way more. Every country kind of has its own playing style. Wow. But the NBA ain't a joke, bro. I mean, when they say these are the best 450 basketball players in the world, like, it's serious. I mean, the shot making is incredible. And you watch the game and it looks easy. But as a basketball player, I'm like, bro, that's not easy.
No, it's not.
It's not easy at all.
No, TV make it look easy.
Absolutely.
Be out there on the floor.
Absolutely.
That shit is fucking like some superhero shit.
Yeah, for real.
I'm telling you.
I mean, even still, it's like there are guys overseas that can for sure play in the NBA. And I honestly believe I'm one of those people.
That's right.
But it's just the matter of opportunity.
That's it.
It's a little bit of politics involved.
That's what I was about to go.
I mean, you got to be in the right place at the right time. But I don't want to say lucky because you got to be prepared.
Yeah.
It don't matter if your name is called, you got to be prepared.
Wow.
You never know if it will be, but if it is, are you ready?
That's crazy.
Or are you going to just sit back and say, man, if that was me, then no, it don't work like that. You got to be prepared for the job that you're trying to get.
Yeah, and the G League is fine.
Yeah, I mean, for me it ain't, but for somebody else it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I need to make that paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's over there. It's over the water.
All right, that's right.
And somebody gonna get it, so I'm gonna put my name on it.
That's right. Hey, people think the money just in the States, man. There's money everywhere.
There's money everywhere, bro.
Yeah, that's facts. What's your daily motivation when you get up, man? What's the formula?
My daily motivation, I wake up and she right beside me. It's my wife for sure. Yeah. I mean, literally before we came over here today, we were working our women's basketball league. We just finished our second season.
Yeah, the women's league.
Yeah. So, I mean, and she played in it. They lost in the championship game, but like just to see, for me, her passion, her drive, and the way that she continues to work hard and pursues everything that she wants to do.
That's crazy.
It's amazing to me because when we first met, we were really on the same page with like, we really serious about this. Like, we want to have a family, we want to be together and be married.
That's what it's about.
But in order for us to do that, she had to make the ultimate sacrifice of putting down her career.
Ew.
Because she can't carry a baby and be a pro basketball player at the same time. So even after we had our first, 6 weeks later, she back on the court.
I'm not going to go into that because I was watching the thing today. Skylar Diggins.
Yeah.
I think the team is kind of like, not trying to have her around.
Right.
Because she's pregnant. They don't want their women pregnant in the league, but you support your women.
Yeah.
It's politics and that shit too.
So, yeah, I mean, even like 6 weeks later, she back on the court. When she got pregnant with our second son, as soon as she dropped him, she back on the court 2 months after that, as soon as we get back, because our second son was born in France. Our third son, he was born in Italy. Yeah. As soon as she dropped him, a month later, she back working out. And as soon as we get home, she back on the court.
Wow.
So it's like, and we've had conversations, and there's been times where she's like, maybe I need to stop. And I told her, no, like, basketball is a part of who you are.
This is love in basketball.
Yeah, like I don't want her to put down the ball because of something else that's going on, a circumstance that just may seem difficult.
Right. I mean, the love for basketball is like your business. This is my business. This is what I love to do. I can't put this down and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, do what you love.
And she still do it, bro. I mean, she do it at a high level. Like, she ain't no slouch.
Right.
We literally, like, right before we came over here, just had a conversation. She was on the phone with her dad, and she was like, I'm glad that I'm good because if you're as good as you are, I got to be good too, because ain't nobody about to be calling me a scrub. And I said, well, I'm glad I'm good because they'll be saying the same thing to me about you.
They're going to talk shit either way. When you're doing
they're going to say something regardless.
When you're doing bad, they're going to talk regardless.
They're going to say something regardless. Facts.
And then you ain't got to necessarily be done with the basketball. You can go into the coaching. Training.
Facts.
It's all about building up life instead of tearing it down.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at now, my wife and I are looking for a commercial space to be able to build a facility of our own. Wow. So that's our end game, bro. Like, we want to build legacy for our children.
Right.
And create residual income so that when basketball is over, we still got something coming in.
That's it. That's what it's all about. Nah, we talking real shit, man.
Yeah, we met in the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, I was at the Y, and my best friend, who was the best man in our wedding, Lance Beckwith, he was like, yo, sign me and my boy up. She's like, who is your boy? I was like, Julian Gamble. You don't know him? ACC champion? She was like, no.
You know what's crazy? You want to hear a story today? I was at the barbershop, and I was telling my barber, man, I got Julian Gamble the other day. I just got my hair cut. That motherfucker fresh teeth. My barber do good work. Yeah. Hey, man, Raleigh, tap in, man. New Bern Ave, you heard me?
All right, now.
But I'm getting my hair cut, and he's like, oh, yeah, I know Julian. I seen him play. I was like, hey, fuck it. You see what I'm saying? This is where I'm at right now. You see what I'm saying? Us as a whole.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When people know about the show, people know about you. And that's what I want, man. This shit is all about motherfucking purpose.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, if you ain't got no purpose, you out here blind.
Yeah. I mean, you can't be out here moving and thinking things are just going to take care of themselves.
Right.
You got to be intentional, bro.
Right.
Intentional with your desires, intentional with your actions, intentional with your mindset.
Right.
I say it all the time. I mean, even when it comes to our bodies, say like, man, I'm weak today. Like, nah. Because your body doesn't know
I told you.
the difference between you playing or serious.
Yes.
It's listening to what you say.
Yes.
You're putting it out there, and that's what it's listening to.
And
like,
what you
nah.
say, you believe.
Bruh.
That's why when I be at work, I be like, I ain't going to say I'm tired.
Right.
I'm just going to just
keep pushing.
keep pushing.
Just keep
See what I'm
pushing.
saying? You tell yourself that your body believe it, man.
Because for me, like, and literally, like, I just played this TBT. I played 5 games in 8 days.
Wow. Yeah.
And what carried me through that, in all seriousness, like, I believe in God and myself so much that I cannot fail, bro.
God owns your body.
Yeah, I cannot. I mean, just because of that, I cannot fail. And
It's all mental.
It's all mental. And you look at all of those games and how I was moving and how I was talking and what I was doing.
Right.
And I'm out there telling them, bro, I'm about to go crazy on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm talking it, but I'm walking it.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just, you got to believe in yourself for sure.
What do you think about the John Morant situation with him pulling out that gun on social media? What do you think about that?
Man, that's tough, man. I actually know somebody that's very close with Ja.
Yeah.
He's known him since he was a kid. And, you know, I'm definitely, when I had a conversation with him, his name is Ali. And I was telling Ali, like, look, man, you know, he just need a little bit more guidance when it comes to just some older guys around him.
Right.
I mean, it's definitely, social media is crazy, man.
Yeah,
and you
that's
got
what
these,
in
like,
the music.
Yeah, so I mean, the music for sure, the social media and everything, but honestly, I don't even want to put that on him. That's like that's what made him do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you got it a legal license to carry,
that's fine. Please do.
But in the league that you're in, you have to be a little bit more.
Oh, absolutely, because you have an ethical and a moral obligation to be a role model.
Yeah,
whether you want to or not.
Yeah,
because you're elite at what you do, and that's in anything in life. Yeah, you're gonna be a role model to someone.
Yeah, and they're paying you $250 million.
I mean, and we're way too visible to just think that you can do something and get away with it. You always have to move, because like something that even my wife told me
militant
5-6 years ago, it's like you never know who's watching. Yeah. You never know who's watching. So, I mean, for me, I was just talking to Ali and just telling him, like, man, like, even if he want to talk to me, bro, like, I'm not trying to beat up on him. I want him to be the best version of himself that he can be, but he just made a mistake.
Yeah.
And now the problem isn't the focus. It should be the solution.
Yeah.
So what can we as a whole do to help him not feel like that he can do that or that he won't do it again? I mean, and that's all that it's about, because years from now, we're not going to be thinking about that. Yeah. He's going to be perfectly fine. He's going to be one of, if not the best player in the NBA. Yeah. And somebody's going to try to bring it up, but it's old news, bro. Yeah. Like it's time to move on.
Bring it up now.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to bring it up, but like, give that man a chance. I mean, he's young, he's growing, and let's just pray that he learns from the second mistake.
We need to go back to when the PRs were controlling their social media accounts.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Let the PRs control the social media. Let your security hold the guns.
Yeah.
Let other people do all the shit.
Right. I mean, I think when it comes to the, obviously PR is important, but I feel like as a player, you should control your socials, because you need to control your own narrative.
Right.
PR, they have their role and what they have to do, and they do have a job, and they're good at it. Obviously, you hire them for that purpose.
Right.
But as a player with a platform, you need to be able to control that message. Pick up your phone and say what you want to say, but make sure that it's a positive message that's going to empower somebody else to be a better person for themselves.
There's kids out there watching.
Yeah.
Sports Betters Meeting. I am Hip Hop, man. Julian Gamble. I told you, man. It's a good show.